Boys, somber boys. Zach is frozen. Now he's not. Boys.
I was going to say, you were actually frozen for a solid, 10 seconds.
Somber boys, boys of sadness. Spring is over. Summer's coming. Boys.
Remember, we need to love ourselves this year. It's been a tough year, 2020. So let's get those shorts nice and short.
That's right.
Get those colors nice and bright.
Bright colors.
Let's love ourselves.
Loving ourselves. In fact, you know what? I think my message needs to be heard more than ever at this point.
For real.
I'm
talking 5-inch inseams. If I see any pants below the knees, I'm going to be fuming, man.
Skies out, thighs out. Boys. Okay, boys.
We need to do it. So
tonight, our podcast is brought to you by us. Let's introduce the socials.
Yeah, let's do that. Boys, welcome in Wine Boys Podcast. You can find us on social media at Wine Boys Pod on Instagram and Twitter. That's Wine Boys Pod with a Z. I am at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter, most predominantly. There's a lot of stuff going on social media, as you can probably imagine. I'm still going to tweet, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. So
I like that energy.
Thanks. It's big dick energy.
Yeah, it is. It's big.
It is.
All right, boys, you can
hard
find
to
me.
Handle.
Wow. Boys, you can find me on Instagrams and Twitters at Lord Gerald. Fuck Facebook, faux life. We'll explain later. And other than that, gang. You will hear us. Oh. I'll tell you about in a minute. Anyway, you will hear from us in a minute on the other side of the intro, and we will get back into the shits. We love you. Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. Boys.
Hey.
Boys of springtime. Hairless golden boys. Okay, boys.
Frolicking boys. Hello. Welcome into the show. Another interesting week in America and the world.
Yeah.
Mostly America, but the world also, some other stuff happened.
Yes. But first, let's get into some wine.
Let's do that.
We got things to discuss tonight.
All right. What you drinking tonight, Ho?
So tonight, I'm drinking an oldie but a goodie, Ravage. I'm actually holding it up to the camera, but you boys will never see this. This is their Cabernet Sauvignon 2018. 20. So I can't wait until like the
Cabernet. Is it the Cabernet or is it the blend? Is the cab you said?
This is the cab. I can't wait though till the 2021 vintage comes out. Just for the culture.
Just so I can say I lived.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't think 2020 is going to let us out. We're in a riptide that's just going to take us under.
Dude, this year's rough so far, man. It is something.
It's been rough pumpkins.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, well, think about it. The way the year started, like Kobe Bryant died. And I was just thinking.
Real. Can you believe that was like just in February?
Yeah. And I've been thinking like, how is this going to get any worse?
And it's just like, I don't know, like invisible disease that's killing the world.
Yep.
It's like, okay. But like, it can't get any worse than that. Mm-hmm. But wait, 2020 came back with another shit sandwich to feed us. Hold on.
Hold on, guys.
Let me add some mayo to this shit sandwich I'm going to feed you.
Yeah.
All right. It's been tough. It's been tough.
Okay, that is inky.
I got to tell you, there's nothing better and more soothing than a nice red wine. It calms the nerves. It helps the blood pressure.
It does.
It stains easily.
Very.
So if you want to bring it to a riot, you can at least know your target.
Yeah. All right. What you drinking tonight?
Tonight I'm drinking Seven Deadly Zins. It is a Lodi Old Vine Zinfandel from 2017 because I ain't drinking anything from 2020. Fuck that.
Uh-huh.
Boy in there. Yep. Did you want to just do a descriptor of your wine or?
Sure. Ravage 2018. I'll read the back of the
Hello.
bottle.
There we go.
Yeah. I'll read the back of the bottle. It just says Ravage Cabernet Sauvignon is a dark, rich, full-bodied wine featuring layers of dark berry, luscious vanilla, and hints of mocha. Soft tannins give Ravage a smooth finish, perfect for pairing with seasoned grilled steak, barbecue ribs, or sipping on its own.
Okay, shit. All right.
Is that good? Good.
Let me see. So Ravage. It's an 88 point wine. It's from California. Who has a 6 p.m. curfew tonight?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. I don't know why
I did not see
Californians.
that.
I don't know why Californians have to be in so much earlier than everybody else, but
Things have been rough though in LA.
they've been pretty bad in LA.
Yeah, they're setting cop cars on fire and shit.
Well, you're going to get taste characteristics: bold, tannic, dry, and slightly acidic. Vanilla, oak, and mocha notes on the front end, yielding to blackberry and dark fruit with smoky, earthy notes. It's a very approachable, easy drinking Cabernet, voted 2018's best wine paired with food.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
wow.
All right. So I'm drinking Seven Deadly Zins.
Of course.
This wine is very sinful indeed.
Ooh.
This wickedly delicious Zinfandel is temptation at first sip.
Temptation at first sip. Ooh.
Born from a Catholic school upbringing. I'm just kidding. It does say born from a Catholic school upbringing.
Okay.
And our winemaker's lust for, oh God, these are big words. Hedonistically seductive wine.
Hedonistically seductive?
Thank you. Hedonistically seductive wine. This flagship like Old Vine Zinfandel hails from the inviolable Lodi appellation where Zinfandel reigns supreme. We've given our soul to growing some of the finest grapes so that saints and sinners alike can enjoy the Seven Deadly Zins. Little too biblical for me, but you know,
little too zinful.
Yeah. I stopped being a good Catholic boy years ago, so
yep.
It really was by choice. I mean, I just really wasn't a big fan of talking to a guy I don't really know if exists. All right, so Seven Deadly.
I feel you, son.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I get it.
Yep.
I get it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But
yeah,
Seven Deadly Zins is an 89-point wine from Lodi, California.
Okay.
It is a bold, smooth, dry, and soft, easy drinking Zinfandel with notes of oak, blackberry, and also you're going to get smoky, leathery notes as well. So we're drinking wines that are kind of the same ideology, but Zinfandels tend to have a little bit lighter flavor profile. So if you're thinking about drinking red wine during the spring, Zinfandels are a good choice. Don't get any of those like white Zinfandels or anything like that. We're not fucking, this high Arbor Mist. Like, no, we're not doing that shit.
White Zins that are actually like a pink color. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. What are you, 5 years old trying wine for the first time?
Grow up and do cocaine like an adult. Like,
for real. Now. God damn it.
So
get a rusty spoon and burn it.
So there's a lot going on in the country right now.
Yes.
So last week we talked about George Floyd, who, as we said on the podcast, like, the cop had his knee on his neck. One of the other cops never like nudged him like, yo, you're going to kill him. Don't take your day out on him. This is what we said on the podcast. Well, since last Tuesday, Things in Minneapolis got rough, I'll say. Protests, which expected, turned into some looting and rioting. And then that turned into more shit across the country, more demonstrations in different cities across the country. And there's even solidarity ones across the world. So, one thing that annoys me, and this is why I'm on the fuck Facebook train, is because I go on Facebook and I see a bunch of kids, well, adults now, but I see a bunch of.
They have the temperament of children. No.
Yeah, and I see a bunch of people that I went to high school with saying shit about
not do
the
that.
people that are protesting, looting, rioting, whatever. Talking about these thugs.
Yeah.
Looting, rioting, protesting.
Was that your Trump impression?
No, it's my Karen impression. Thugs. But yeah, Trump says that shit too. But anyway. And I'll be honest,
and order.
This is how I feel. I'm not going to condemn the actions of the looters or the rioters or any of them, like the violent people, because I understand how they feel. Like,
I get how people feel. Like, everyone's allowed to have emotions and feelings about this situation. It's a very uncomfortable, not normal thing. I mean, nobody's supposed to get killed basically in the middle of the day.
Right.
A very petty crime, if the crime was even committed.
If he even was the one that did it,
you
don't know. And honestly, the treatment he got, what he did doesn't matter, because we're all innocent until proven guilty. At least that's what it's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So what he did doesn't matter. But yeah, even like the looting or anything like that, that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is knowing that when it's all said and done, nothing's probably going to change.
I don't think anything's going to change. So that's my biggest thing.
We're going to be in the same predicament again. Like
I've talked ad nauseum about this with like every single person, like any from each side of the aisle. I mean, I've talked to hardcore Democratic friends. I've talked to Republican friends. And everyone's ideologies are different. Okay, and I understand that. So like, I'll have a conversation with somebody and I can always tell like how they are going to react to it. So like, as you said, like, I try to avoid Facebook, but like, I had a conversation with my mom about it, and I never like to have these conversations with my family because I'm going to win. And I know that because it's just because my family is always about starting with outrage and not fact.
Yeah.
And I go, all right. So they start with the same thing. Not like they're all thugs, but it's just like, what is looting and stealing going to prove? Okay. First and foremost, criminals are still going to be criminals regardless of the day. Okay. This just is what it is. All right. They're not going to just like stop. They're just given more of a reason to do shit.
But even to call them criminals is ridiculous. Because really what I think it is it's people are angry about a system that's failed them. And because of that, they don't know what they do. I mean, I don't know. Remember that feeling, those feelings of anger you had toward the system when you were younger, like just realizing that it was okay. Well, I don't know if you would. Okay. You got a system in place, right? And there are a lot of things in the system that you just know,
supposedly, yeah,
that you just know are not designed for you, I mean, in like, okay, like there's just real systemic racism. It's not going away unless there's real sustained change, and there has to be an effort to do so. And it can't just be legislative. It has to be a cultural change. So, for example, I mean, there's some research company did a study where they sent hundreds of resumes all over the country to different companies that are, that had positions available. All the resumes were identical. The only thing that was different was the names on the resumes. And the resumes that had like your typical Judeo-Christian names, John, Mark, Mary, whatever, those resumes were 2 times as likely to get called for an interview as the resumes that had more ethnic names. Deshaun, Letitia, Laquavius, whatever. Like, shit like that. Which, how do you even get in the door if you don't get called for an interview? So it's, there's just societal shit, and really that's not a policy issue. That's an internal bias issue. Why
Yeah,
would you
yeah.
not call Ladavius for an interview when he's just as qualified as John? Like, there's so shit like that, or how, and that's the type of shit that keeps black people poor. In turn, keeps them in fucked up neighborhoods that are over policed. The police take a heavy-handed approach. People don't want to live in those neighborhoods. 9 times out of 10, the police officers don't live in those neighborhoods, so they have no investment in the community. They drive in every day. They see these animals. They drive in, and mentally they're on, I got to maintain law and order. I got to lay into these people. And also part of being a cop is you experience people at their worst every day. So I'm not going to say that police are terrible or anything like that. As being a cop is a difficult job, but I think that they need to change some things. Like, maybe if you're a cop, maybe you have to live in the community that you police, or at least live in, the city limits or whatever.
They have that in some states.
Some, but not all.
Tax breaks if you live within the communities that you police.
You shouldn't get a tax break, though. You should have to live there. Like, you should have an investment in the community, or at least volunteer in the community.
In hindsight, you should have some sort of pride, but
yeah, or even okay, that cop that had his knee on fucking George Floyd's neck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he coached Pee-wee football in that community. Maybe he would have thought, yo, this could be one of my kids' dads. No, he had his knee on that man's neck. He knew what he was doing, but he didn't value his life, clearly. In order to do that to a person, you have to think that you are, because you saw that dead look in his eyes when he did it. You see the fucking piss stream from George running down the street as he's dying. You can't value his life if you're going to do that to somebody.
And this is it's not really a sidebar, but the guy that I have to look up his name, because it's
the cop.
Yeah, we're not doing him any. I mean, he needs to be on blast for the rest of his.
Fuck him.
God, the hell's his name?
It's something Chauvin, I think. Is it Derek Chauvin or some shit like that?
Yeah, hold on. I don't want to misspeak. Let me take a looky loo. Oh goodness, where's his name? George Floyd, 46. Here. Oh, this is the. So I believe it was today. No, it was on May 31st. The New York Times released the 8-minute and 46-second video of both sides of the street coming from both. So
I didn't see the other side of the street.
The other side, they released that, and it was basically as clear as day what was going on.
Okay. I saw the video that was on World Star, which was the one from right
underneath
front.
Yeah, from the Chinese restaurant. That was from that. Yeah, okay.
Not the gas station across.
Not the gas station across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that I haven't gotten this guy's name to memory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess that's a little bit of a problem.
I don't remember his name.
That's the thing. I don't want. It's Derek Chauvin.
Yeah,
I think it's how you say it.
So I was right. That's what it was, Derek Chauvin.
Yeah.
And
so my guy had, if this article is correct, 11 priors.
Yeah.
For police.
I read that.
For police brutality, including one fatal shooting.
Yep. And another one where he ran someone off the road.
Yeah, I was going to say, and attempted vehicular manslaughter, I believe.
Yeah.
And then his partner also had 3 priors, including an assault with a deadly weapon.
Yes.
Okay, so that happens to regular ass people, and they go to jail.
Yes.
And but when a cop does it, it's seen as serving and protecting.
And that's another issue.
That's where my issue is. And I kind of take back the statement earlier when I said criminal act. I'm not saying that certain people that looted and stole stuff were just heat of the moment. This is happening.
It's groupthink.
But the thing is though, is that it's not just a predetermined set of people that we know. Those guys are criminals and they're going to do it again.
Right.
that was my whole point, is that, but there are people out there that are still going to do bad shit. It's
Yeah,
just the way it's policed. That's the problem.
right. And
If you
part of
want
the
to,
issue
if you
is,
want to stop the bad shit, do it,
Mhm.
or do it in an orderly way. And
Right.
if you can't, identify, for be able to tell why you can't,
Hmm.
like have a story, not only have a story, but like have documented evidence. No, I needed to use this sort of force because this person was doing X.
Right.
Like if he had a gun
Hmm.
and there was a legitimate standoff and lives were in danger, there's a different story to be told there.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you don't just abruptly end a man's life, regardless of who he is as a person. He could be anybody.
Hmm.
It's not the way it works. I think it's, for me, it seems so simple.
Hmm.
Like it almost is just like, hey, just don't. like
Yeah.
it just seems like such an easy thing. Like, hey, instead of like putting a knee into that guy's neck,
Mhm.
like why don't you just like arrest him and toss him in the back of the car? Yeah, maybe he's being a little unruly, but when he's in the back of the car, what the fuck is he gonna do?
Right. He's literally in a cage in the back of the car.
What is
What
he
is he
gonna
going
do?
to do?
Kick a door, break a window?
Right. Right.
Fucking the city's gonna pay for that. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, like,
I mean, I think part of it is though, and this is one thing I've heard a lot, is a lot of people saying like, yeah, there's some bad cops, but most of them are good. And it's like, yeah, that's true.
we're not talking about those
But we're not
guys.
talking about those guys. And yeah, majority of interactions people have with the police, they're fine. Like, you don't get killed, you don't get shot, you don't get the shit beat out of you. Sure. But the problem is they don't get rid of bad cops. Do you know how
No,
hard it is to get a police officer fired?
I mean, I don't personally, but
It is extremely difficult to get a police officer fired.
yeah, because there's a fraternal brotherhood.
Yes.
There's a something about the honor of wearing a badge.
Yes.
So which then that badge then gives these what used to be civilians
Hmm.
this over sense of they're above the law, and now since they enforce it, they think it doesn't apply to them
Yeah.
anymore, and it's
Yeah.
just like, all right, so we're cool. um, the law doesn't apply to me. I am the law. Those are the
Right.
guys you worry about.
Yeah. But yeah, it is extremely difficult to get a cop fired, and they're almost never prosecuted.
Yeah,
And
there
so
are,
really, like, bad cops are protected.
for
And then
real.
also, like, as far as like prosecuting a bad cop goes, like, let's say I don't know, let's say someone's a cop, they kill a guy, right? Let's say you kill a guy, okay? And let's say I'm the DA, right? Because and we're in Syracuse. I am a Syracuse district attorney. You're a Syracuse cop. All right. The district attorneys and the cops work very closely together. So I can't fuck up my career by being known as a DA or a prosecutor that prosecutes cops. So if you fuck up, and let's say this does,
Well, it's an
like,
elected position too, so then
yeah,
that plays into politics again,
right.
which also I think has its own, has
Yeah,
its own oar on the water with this kind of
I'm
stuff too.
yeah, and I'm not gonna risk my career by indicting a cop, like, because then the cops will never want to work with me.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of issues in the system there, and
the system is fucked up, and it's never not going to be fucked up.
no, well,
Like
it
there's
can be fixed, but the first step is we have to acknowledge that there are problems, and then we actually have to make meaningful things to fix them.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, like I'm all for peaceful protesting and getting a point across.
Hmm.
Yes, today I did make my Instagram a black box.
I did 6
I
of them because I wanted to kind of black out
You should have
my
done 9
profile.
because it shows the first 9 photos
It does?
on
I
your
thought it shows
Instagram
the
feed
first
now.
6.
No, it shows 9 now.
Hold on. Let me go to my
Fuck.
prof.
Nah, you messed up.
Let me go to my profile.
You messed up. You're gonna see 6 black boxes and a couple baby pictures.
Probably. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see 6.
Oh, weird. Maybe it's just my.
Your big ass screen on your
I do have a
TV.
bit. Yeah. No. No. It should have a. Let me see. Hold up.
Hold up.
Let me see. Yeah, see, I got 9.
Ah, yeah, I got 6. So it's probably just the size of the screen.
Aspect ratio?
Yes, the aspect ratio. So because you have the 11S Pro, whatever.
I think I have a.
You got the 11 Pro Max or whatever
Yep.
it is. Yeah.
So
Maybe I got to do 3 more black boxes.
So I did my part.
Yeah.
Right now, do it right now. So I did my part, and I feel great.
That's good. You did enough. You did enough.
I feel, yep, I did enough. I feel empowered.
You did exactly enough.
I am really brave for doing this. I am so brave. Thank you. I'm probably going to tweet about it also.
Good. I think I'm going to donate.
No, I did. I've done enough.
I will.
I made a black box on my Instagram. I've done enough.
You've done exactly enough. I'm proud of you, man.
Here's my, and that's the thing. I make a joke about it. I did it because I am for this cause. I'm in solidarity. Okay. However, just doing a black box on my Instagram is not going to do shit. I am doing the white male equivalent of what every white male is going to do. Like, I get it.
You're phoning it in this relationship.
I'm phoning
it
in on this. Yeah, I'm phoning it in on this cause.
Yeah.
But I care just enough to like take a photo of my coffee table.
You'll buy it flowers on its birthday.
Yeah.
That's it.
I am an absentee father when it comes to this.
Yeah.
To this thing. I want to be better. I do. I want to be better. I just don't know what to do because, like, as a white male in America, I'm not really oppressed very much.
No, not at all.
No, I'm kind of like the exact opposite of oppression.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of get like things handed to me, supposedly. I mean, I'm just, I guess I would say I don't get things handed to me. I just don't walk out of my house and go, I think the cops are going to like kneel on my neck today. Like, right. I don't walk out of the, I don't feel like I'm in danger from a cop.
Yeah.
Like, that's not my, like, I don't walk out of my house. And I know that that's not the same for other people, for Black people in particular. Like, there's a sense of danger when they leave their homes, some of them. Yeah. And that's not cool. Like, that should not, especially in America of all places.
Yeah.
Liberty and justice for all. Like, you're supposed to feel some sense of safety.
Yeah.
And when you don't, that's a problem.
It's the issue is that basically I think and this is the sense I'm getting when I read through Facebook. These people that, The fact that you're holding on to Facebook still, I might actually delete it. I gotta stop because there's nothing on it for me. The sense I'm getting, well, it makes me realize that not everybody thinks the way I do, which is good. But the sense I'm getting is that a lot of these people have had their life a certain way and they've never had to think about it before. So, like, I don't know. Like,
you have an example, or do you like? What do you mean exactly?
Like, okay. Here's an example. I got a few. I mean, just 13 years old, like not wanting to go to Claire's jewelry with my sister, so I went to like another store in the mall and getting followed around. Like, just it's happened a few times. Just getting followed around, getting certain looks, like, you know, when people are following you and walkie-talking and shit like that. Shit. When I got that ticket for rolling through a stop sign in my subdivision, come on now. Who really stops in? Fuck 12. Who really stops at stop signs in subdivisions?
I was just say in a neighborhood, like, who does that?
Come on.
I know exactly what stop sign you're talking about, and I've never stopped at that thing. I think I've gone 15 miles per hour through that stop sign before.
Never come to a complete stop at that stop sign. Never. You fucking, it's a yield. All right. I got pulled over for that.
You just got caught for being Black on a Tuesday?
It probably was a Tuesday. What else? Oh, when I was 14 years old, right? I remember my dad telling me, you can't be Black in America without ID. So we went to the DMV and I got a non-driver's license. And I remember being the first of my friends to have ID at the age of 14. Just because, you know.
Really good life lesson though. Your dad is on. Your dad's always been on his shit though. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
he's you know.
yeah. But I mean, he wasn't wrong. But
No,
yeah,
he's
like, but
just he's the overly cautious type, as he should be.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, look at the shit
Even
now.
even another life lesson, another thing he was talking to me about. So we are starting to look at houses again.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, we are. We're
You just
planning on
got that
having it.
one. What's
We've
wrong with
been here a
that
couple
one?
of years. So
Been there for 2
we
years.
want to have another kid. We knew we weren't going to be here long. We want to have another kid, but
Jesus.
we wanted to get a bigger house because, out of town family, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So happened to be going on a walk in my parents' neighborhood, and we saw this one house that had a real estate sign in it. Comes to find out it was a foreclosure. So we start walking around the house, like looking around and shit. And I was like, we should probably leave. I don't want to get arboried. So just shit like that. Or, it's a foreclosed house. But yeah, shit like that. Or I was talking to my dad about selling this house, and he was like, okay, so I used to sell real estate. I'm gonna tell you, son, take down any picture of your house before you take down any picture of yourself before you show the house. Like, just don't, just basically erase any evidence of a black person living there.
So so you're just not going to be around the house when people are looking at it ever?
But no,
Like even accidentally?
no, not at all. I'm not going to be around.
So you're going to try to erase
any evidence of a black person living here.
What if?
So I got to remove the jupe, pictures of myself.
Yeah. Scenario: they walk into the bathroom. They quick glance under the medicine cabinet, cocoa butter, and they're like, "I think we're good here."
Yeah, I got to remove like the hair products, all that shit. Yeah, like remove any evidence of a black person living there. And to be totally honest, with
hair cream, we're good. We're gonna have to get out of here.
Shea Moisture.
Is that shea butter?
We have
to. Is that Baxter's cocoa butter? I don't know if we should stay
Murray's
at
hair cream.
Murray's hair cream.
Yeah. No, like, but seriously though, like, especially in the neighborhood I live in, oh man, and the shit I've been reading on Facebook, I know. I was
going to say you are dangerously close to people that are gun wielding, angry people.
Yes,
for no reason.
Yeah,
for no reason, just for the sake of they're Americans.
Just for the sake of I'm an American and I want a haircut.
Yeah.
So but it's as being black in America, there's just shit that you have to think about that I'm sure white people don't have to think about. So just growing up with that.
And I'm trying to sell my house, they're getting every nook and cranny.
Yeah. You'll have pictures of yourself up there. And it's like, whatever. Like,
I don't actually think I have any photos of myself in this house. Like, we have photos of like Ashley and Ashley's family, but like, I don't want to have like, I don't want to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to be that person.
Yeah. So it's just realizing though that there are just things that like, I think about that I'm sure a lot of white people don't think about.
No, I can say as a white person that I don't think about that.
Yeah.
At all. In fact, I've never thought about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's part of the problem is that as a culture, I shouldn't have to.
Unfortunately, you do.
But unfortunately, I do.
So that's your litmus test of if are things changing. If I have to show my house, can I take off? Can I leave my family photos on the wall?
Mm-hmm. Man. And chances are, based on the shit I've been reading on Facebook,
probably not.
I probably got to take those down. And the thing is that I don't know if I can necessarily call it blatant, overt racism. It's more what's the word? It's I would say it's a bias. It's
I wouldn't call it. It's
fuck. I gotta Google it because it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember what it is.
I called it uninformed racism. That's what I described it as, because it's like it's unintentional in the way that their thought process is, but it is oddly racist still.
Very.
Because they're
Yeah.
like, they'll say something and they'll be like, I'm not racist. It's like, that was some pretty racist shit you just said. Like,
Right. Right. No, what you said was pretty fucked up, and you might not realize
you
it.
might not realize it.
Implicit bias.
Implicit bias. Thank
Implicit
you.
bias. Yeah, where these are preconceived notions that you have that come from things that you've seen that you might not
Yeah.
even realize that you have.
But
So,
do we have to go as far back as like doing a U.S. history lesson? Like,
I mean, we could if you want. So,
I mean, this country was built on, I mean, was built around, you know, plantations and slavery.
yeah,
I mean, it was essentially like business. It was
yeah,
business.
yeah,
People,
yeah,
the selling and ownership of people was business.
yeah,
Like, that's internally fucked up, and yet
yeah,
it's still somehow like praised in history books.
yeah.
Oddly,
Well, it depends on where you are in the country,
it
yeah.
depends on what. True, I was gonna say
But
that also helps.
even then, like you look at efforts by Black people to pick themselves up and build something for themselves. You ever heard of Black Wall Street?
Vaguely,
Okay, so I believe it was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I think that's the city it was in. Anyway, during like Reconstruction era, there was this town that sprang up, Tulsa, Oklahoma, where Black people lived there and they owned pretty much all of the wealth in the city. And most of it was concentrated on this one street, which they called Black Wall Street. So Black people ran the local government, they owned the banks, they owned all the businesses, they owned everything. And things for them were going very, very well. Well, some white folks got mad and they,
got angry again.
yep, they accused one Black dude of raping a white woman.
Oh, I've heard this story. Okay.
Yeah, and they rode through the town, they burned it down, they killed everybody.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
buried all the bodies in a mass grave, and that was it.
Okay. I didn't know the lineage of the Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the reason why
I,
they called it Black Wall Street was because Black people pretty much had a lot of money in that area and they owned everything. So yeah, but there were other towns like that too, where like basically Black dude gets framed of doing something, white people get mad, they kill everybody, and then that's it. Nobody gets arrested, no one goes to jail, nothing. They just rebuild the town and
make it more pristinely white.
Make it more white. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, more shopping centers.
Yes,
with see-through glass.
Yeah.
So there's nothing more pristinely white than a shopping mall with see-through glass. Really?
Yeah.
With a big J.C. Penney's logo on the outside.
Big J.C. Penney.
Hello, Karen. Come on in.
Come on
in. We have 2-for-1 sale on St. John, or was it St. John's Bay?
Yeah, St. John's Bay.
Yes.
They make
honey,
a solid polo shirt.
Yeah, honey, look at these Dockers. Look at these trousers.
These pleated Dockers.
I'm gonna sell a lot of Acuras with this.
I work at Johnson Acura.
Yeah, we're at Johnson Acura, where pleated khakis are a daily for me.
He wears the
how can I get you into this MDX today? Like, I don't know, $30,000 more, but we'll figure this out.
An Acura MDX. Listen, this Acura, solid machine, okay? Maybe it is a gussied up CRV, but this one comes standard with leather seats.
What do you say, John? You want to sign here on the dotted line today?
What was that?
I said, what do you say, John? You want to sign here on the dotted line today?
Yeah.
How can I get you into this car today?
With everything going on, though, I think that there have been some missed opportunities, specifically with everybody blacking out their social media and all that fun stuff.
And I got to tell you, I feel pretty good about it.
Listen,
I feel like I did my part.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks, man.
You're really doing a lot. Okay.
Pretty fucking brave, not gonna lie.
Yeah. You were like the Baker Mayfield of this situation, getting your dick sucked in a Cheesecake Factory parking lot. I'm proud of you. I'm proud
Thank
of you.
Can I get a slice of cheesecake after?
Yeah. Honestly, you've done more for this situation than Blacked.com has done.
I know.
Like,
what the fuck?
And honestly, they were my favorite interracial porn website. I don't know if I can say that anymore.
I don't either. We're coming from a website where that. I think we talked about the scene where the guy got on his like razor scooter and raced across town butt ass naked.
Yeah, was that blacked?
I think that was blacked.
Hold on,
I'm pretty sure it was.
Now I gotta find the video.
Yeah, where his lady friend called him and said, "Well, if you're not gonna fuck me, I'll find another daddy." And he's just like, "You gonna do what, bitch?" And he gets out of bed.
Bitch?
For some reason, he's wearing Tim's already.
Completely naked.
Already naked. First of all, I got to tell you, how uncomfortable is it to go to bed with Timberlands on? I mean, that is aggressive.
Oh my God. It is an aggressive move.
Yeah, like I hate going to bed with socks on.
Here it is. I found it.
Let alone with heavy ass fucking boots.
It was JulesJordan.com.
Well.
Found it too.
Close enough.
Oh, he wasn't wearing Tim's.
We don't really have to play this.
Okay. He was wearing Air Force One.
Just socks?
No, Air Force Ones.
I'm sorry. Another overtly racist shoe. Listen, the porn industry, as we know, is really on the nose when it comes to their devout racism.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is though, is that the actors are like totally into it because they're like, yeah, we realize that this is all fantasy. Like we get it.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna fuck this girl in high socks and Tim's because that's what
That's what America wants.
Yeah, that's what this quirky white guy in Iowa wants to watch.
Yeah, look at me, America. Yeah.
Come on, America, come see how I'm living.
Yeah, put the hand behind the head.
It's
yeah.
That move too. Like I don't get the move where you're up against the wall and you're fucking either doggy or you're like got some type of like upward thrust. Why the hand behind the neck? Is it a posture issue? Like, is it just a style issue?
I think you're just flexing.
Isn't that like the Vanilla Ice dance?
No, the hand behind the head, and you're just like pumping. Yeah. No, I think you're just flexing for the camera. So you're just like.
What's the Vanilla Ice thing? Is he just kind of doing that?
I don't know, man. I'm not a big Vanilla Ice guy.
You never seen the music video for Ice Ice Baby?
Not since like '94.
All right,
but,
well,
it's just But yeah, I think that's like okay. Did Tony Hawk need to do the 900? No.
No, but he changed the game.
But he changed the game. That's what I think these guys are doing when they do these different maneuvers.
The fact that
mid-coitus.
Yeah, the fact that you somehow associated that to Tony Hawk is incredible. Maybe you associated a Tony Hawk 900 to a like relaxation pose in pornography. Amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible. Didn't think it was going to happen in the history of time. Guess
Posing
what?
is important.
Guess what just happened on this podcast?
Posing is important, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I want to look like...
They do that shit on The Breakfast Club? I don't think so.
Right. I want to look like I'm really riding on this bitch right now. Like, I'm doing tricks. Like, I'm juking the pussy out. Like, yeah. Like, it's kind of like, Steph Curry pulls up from like 40, hits a 3, splash. And then he turns around, like dances
the shit.
Yeah. It's swag. That's all it is,
Yeah, I get it.
Remember Deion Sanders? Like he catches the ball, does a little run down the field.
Does the prime
Does the prime time? Yeah, that's what that is. It's a celebration. A celebration of excellence.
So it's a celebration of excellence. So you're putting it down so well.
Yes.
That in the middle of a session, you need to celebrate. It's true.
I need to count my chickens before they hatch. I need my trophies. We're winning championships right now.
Mm-hmm. So many rings.
Mm-hmm. So many rings.
All right,
so a really big team, and they need some really big rings.
Yes. Again, Drake makes another cameo appearance.
Yes.
All right, so let's get back to the product or the
Okay.
problem at hand. Black.com. Now,
Yeah.
they did not. There's no solidarity.
No,
Okay?
not at all.
I haven't seen one black box on Black.com's on social media. I
Yeah.
mind you, I haven't checked in a little bit, but
I'm checking right now.
okay.
Because listen, who
I don't think they have an Instagram page, do they?
we're gonna find out.
I was gonna
Oh
say, I'm
yeah, here
looking
we go.
more.
Blacked official. They did post an X. Black Lives Matter.
Oh, they did.
Blackout Tuesday.
Damn it.
They did. It was 18 hours ago.
All right.
Okay, and this is actually from Vixen,
Okay.
which
So they
is
did it on their
parent
Instagram.
company.
Maybe they didn't do it on Twitter.
Okay.
Oh, so technically it wasn't them.
So they did do it on Instagram. Well, let's see on
Okay.
Twitter. I'm gonna check. For culture, you know?
Yeah. The thing with Twitter, though, is if you typed in black.com, you're going to see pornography. Like, that's
okay.
all right.
Here we go. Blacked.
Oh, no, they did. God damn it. They got pressure. They got pressure from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
There's also a new scene with Nicole Aniston out.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, their whole business is literally built on the backs and cocks of black men.
Sorry, I'm on a rabbit hole now. Nah, shit.
Are you looking for
fuck, I'm out.
Black?
Gotta get me out.
Search dog fart, see if they did. But they're black owned, of course they did.
I was gonna say they are.
Yeah. Black owned businesses.
No. Oh wait, no, this isn't their official Twitter.
Yeah, you gotta go to Dog Fart's official Twitter.
Is it official or is it network? I don't think they have a Twitter. Oh wait, no, there it is.
Reality Kings, did they do it?
No, Dog Fart Network. No, it's not popping up. I don't think they have a Twitter, or maybe their Twitter was taken down. I don't know.
Reality Kings. Here we go.
Reality Kings. I feel like this is just an excuse for you to look at porn in the middle of the show.
Okay, no.
I knew it.
Reality Kings.
I typed in Reality Kings. You know what the first thing that popped up was? Tiger King.
Wow. No, they didn't.
There we go.
The Reality Kings is owned by browsers now, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Nope, they didn't do it. They did not.
Is Brazzers Canadian, right? They're Toronto-based, correct?
Yes, but Reality Kings originally based in
Miami?
Miami, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't do it. And it's really upsetting. Listen.
That's upsetting.
Large part of your business.
We were going to, I was saying, we were about to go ham on black.com, and you guys did the right thing.
They did the right thing.
You did the right thing.
What? Okay. And I saw the tweet was from like 18 hours ago. So, all right. I'll give you a pass.
All right.
But
you're lucky.
Spared.
I was about to mansplain you something.
Whew. Spared. Shit. Bumping the mic and shit. Okay. Listen, Reality Kings, though, your business is built on the cocks of strong black men. How dare you not stand in solidarity with your people? Okay. I don't know if the British Broadcasting Corporation is going to stand for this, if you know what I mean. That's all I got to say.
The acronym makes a lot of sense. Yes.
Yeah.
So. What do you think this has anything to do with Peaky Blinders?
A lot. I don't know.
Do you think Mr. Suffrage is going to be upset about this?
He might be. He might be. I don't know, man.
I don't know. They should make a porn parody of Downton Abbey, though, right away. Just call it Down Pound Abbey.
Down Pound Abbey.
Nailed it.
Honestly, blacks should use this opportunity to really make like
I gotta tell you,
social commentary.
Probably gonna have to call their offices tomorrow.
They need to, and we were talking about this before we started recording. They need to find like a young.
Yes, hello, CEO of Black.com. Yes, Zach Edward. How you doing?
Yeah,
Who am I? I'm your goddamn worst nightmare. Listen.
Yeah. But listen, they need to find a young, like, hungry porn director. A guy that's gonna come in young, black, militant, love smut.
Yeah, they need to find their Spike Lee.
They're Spike Lee of porn. He's just gonna come in and he's just gonna say, listen, okay, this is my do the right thing. Okay. Like we're gonna come in here, we're gonna stage like and it's gonna be way better. Like it has to be tasteful. Like it can't be the fucking Kendall Jenner Pepsi commercial.
No.
No,
What a
no.
fucking shit show that was.
That was fucking awful. Nah, it needs to be better than that. There has to be strong social commentary, like Jordan Peele levels of social commentary. Where like, I don't know.
So we don't need a Spike Lee. We might need a Jordan Peele, is what you're saying.
We might need a Jordan Peele of porn.
It actually has a good ring. It has a better ring to it,
Jordan
actually.
Peele of porn.
If you're out there, Jordan Peele of porn, please wineboyspod@gmail.com.
Right.
You don't have to send us any of your shots, but if you have, I mean, actually, we'll take your shots. But if you have anything else you want to share with us, filmography, your direction style, if you're open this Thursday, I mean, anything that you want to just let us know.
Like we need a film that's going to make us want to jerk off, but also think.
Yeah.
Like, man,
I want to be
really
like
contributing to the prison.
I was going to say I want to be like mid-stroke, but I also want to like let my kind of let the snake loose a little bit and just kind of like put my hand like just kind of like ball up my fist and put it on my jaw and just be like, You know, it makes a good point.
Have I benefited from white supremacy in America?
My God.
She does have a big booty though.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is it has to be smut still. So there has to be parts of it where it's just like, this makes absolutely.
Yeah. Spit in her mouth. But at the same time, like it's still like you're thinking, like you're watching this and you're like, wow.
Like he is eating this
really
woman's he's eating this woman's butt right now.
Yeah, but this is really making a good point.
But he's making a good point. There's some social commentary inside this ass eating. Who would have thunk it? Could you imagine? Like America in 2020, where ass eating makes social commentary.
Yes. Ass eating really describes how Black Americans have really gotten the shit end of the American dream.
My God. Wow. But they seem to like eating ass so much.
Wow. But he's enjoying it. Like he doesn't know he's eating an ass.
It's like he can just turn around and get the good side, but he's been getting the shit end of the stick his entire life. He just happens to stay back there.
All I'm saying is black.com is doing a great job on like the video production side.
I mean, it's phenomenal.
Everything is shot so well.
It's so well. It's always those scenes too that are like those the very like dark rooms with like with the hot lights.
Yeah.
Everybody's glistening. Everybody's shiny. Everybody's so shiny.
God, it's sexy. Like everybody is so shiny.
They're just all like ripped to the gills and shiny.
Yes.
They look like Silver Surfers.
Yes.
They look like superheroes. Like
I imagine they make the guys do push-ups before they start recording.
You know what they do? It's a pro wrestling trick. So before you go out,
pro wrestling tricks in porn.
Of course they do. The old pro wrestling trick. There's that machine. If they do the rubber bands, or they step on the rubber bands, and they put all their body weight, and they just start doing wrist curls.
Okay.
Yeah.
They start doing curl. They're using resistance bands.
Resistance bands, but they use like the big, like elongated ones, so they can get more pump in, so they can, when they get out to the ring, they look more jacked.
Okay. Because I know wrestlers already, like, they make themselves all wet before they go out just to look like they've been working.
They use some sort of hair grease and baby oil. Sometimes they use a mixture of the two. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Vince McMahon actually was the first person to actually ask his performers to wet their hair before they go out, because he wanted to give the audience the illusion that they have already been like working out and they've like already been like putting in some work.
Yeah. Unless you're AJ Styles.
Say what?
Unless you're AJ Styles.
But he just has beautiful hair to begin with.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful flow. He's got the mom crop, like the mom crew cut,
Mm-hmm.
or like the crop, like the what is that? The hell's that? The bob. He's got he's got like a mom bob, but it works.
Yeah, he's got like the male version of the Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, I'm a dad. So yeah, he's got the man version though of the Farrah Fawcett, like it's just flawless
hair. It flowy locks, beautiful.
Yeah, but all the other wrestlers, with long hair, they all look wet when they come out. Mm-hmm. You there? Oh, you're there.
But maybe that's the thing. Like maybe mm-hmm. Black.com was just like, well, I think pro wrestlers have got it right, man. Greasy and oily. Like let's get it ready to go. But like, let's shoot it in like very dimly lit rooms with very hot lights. And
like,
let's I want people to sparkle. I want you to sparkle, baby.
I want you to sparkle. I want you to shine.
I want you to shine. That's true though. Like everybody is glistening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So,
I don't know.
Well, Zach, the world is in a strange place.
Yep.
It truly, truly is.
Weird time. Yeah. I say that shit all the time. Strange times, man. Weird times.
Listen,
it is. It's just fucking weird.
Well, think about it. Kobe Bryant dying was just like the tip of the iceberg.
We sent 2 men into space.
We did, and that wasn't the biggest story this week.
I know. People like fucking forgot about it. It's like, you realize that we haven't done that in like a long time, right?
Yeah.
But it gets lost in the muck because it was Elon Musk who did it.
Honestly, it's more impressive that it was Elon Musk that did it because it was the first private company to send someone to space. Like ever, worldwide. First private company to ever send someone to space. So, and I mean, I know you saw those NASA. What was that?
No, nothing. I was just saying they just put all of our vendettas aside and just realized that we just shot a rocket into space. Like
to be honest,
we did it, America.
I hope the racial strife gets solved before we start colonizing Mars, because I don't want to bring stupid discrimination of black people to another planet.
Could you imagine colonizing Mars and they're just like, so what goes on your planet? It's just like devout racism. How about you?
Yeah. All I'm saying is the last thing I want to see.
We're not sure what that is.
The last thing I want to see when I go up to my friend's Mars house is a bunch of Mexican dudes doing the landscaping. That is the last fucking thing I want to see when I go there.
It's just like, you guys fucking do this too? Come on, man.
Come on,
can we just break social norms for 2 seconds?
Can we move past this shit? And then your buddy's like, yeah,
it's funny because
they're undocumented, but they do the best work. And you're like, what the fuck? We're not.
They do the best work. Yeah. But Pedro overflowed my toilet again.
Yeah, they'll work all day for 4 Corona. And I'm like, oh my God.
4 Coronas and a couple of refried bean burritos. And, they're good, but man, their shits are gross.
Yeah. That's what I want to be able to say. I just want to get all this shit solved let's figure out racism before we start colonizing another planet. I mean,
it seems so simple, but
it really does.
We like to rush to the conclusion. And we're just like, racism is such a small issue in comparison to Mars. It's like, but
we put a man on the fucking moon. I think we can figure out how to not kill black dudes.
Like I said, in hindsight, it seems so simple. Mm-hmm. But people love outrage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they love discontent and outrage. They love complaining.
Absolutely.
We're a serial complaint society.
We are. And I really think what it boils down to is America's a country where you have some people that are living up here and don't realize that relative to the rest of the world, they're living up here. And then you have other people that are living down here. And the people that are living up here really can't see the difference, like, between the two. And they, because they have no experience with like what's going on down here, they're just, it's lost.
I think you actually were making. You back? There we go.
I'm back.
Little technical difficulties.
Is it still recording?
Well, it happens. It's a live show.
Yeah, it's a live show. We had some technical difficulties. Okay. Where was I though when I cut out?
You're cutting out again.
What the fuck? Your internet
kill the video
connection is unstable. I'll kill my video. Okay. How about now? Hello.
I think you're okay.
Okay. Okay. So where was I when I cut out?
You were talking about I believe it was just maybe it wasn't a balance of power, but it was more along the lines of where people are kind of up higher than others and they see it from a different perspective.
Yeah. So basically what I was saying is, I'm sure I cut out a lot during it, but you have some people that are living pretty high on the hog and things are going pretty well, and they really don't realize how good they have it because they've never had to experience the other side before. I mean, I've once again, Facebook, I've seen people say shit about white privilege. Well, A, B, and C happened to me and I turned out fine. I never use that as an excuse. And okay, and they don't seem to realize that, like, all right, yeah, your mom couldn't afford you to buy a PlayStation 4, but you still had food. Like, you still never went hungry, shit like that. It's
count your blessings when you get them.
Exactly. Like, you still have food. Your bills were still paid. So, and that's what I think the biggest issue is that I think a lot of people, because I do think segregation is still a thing, and I think people don't realize how bad it is.
It's still very bad. Like,
absolutely.
Much worse than you would like to admit in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2020 though. Fuck this year, right?
Fuck this year.
They made that movie 2012 8 years too soon.
They really did.
For real. I mean, just cast the same crew. Like, get John Cusack in here. Let's light the world on fire. And everything's trying to kill us. Everything is just like, fucking the air, or like this invisible infection or disease. Then you got fucking murder hornets.
Jesus.
And then the cops.
Yeah.
It's just like, when are we going to catch a break?
I don't know if we will, dude. I mean, you remember that terrible Mark Wahlberg movie, The Happening?
I was actually thinking about that today when I was cutting the grass, and I took a deep breath and I go, what if I just jumped into my lawnmower right now?
Yeah. Just jump into the blade while it's spinning. Yeah. The wind, guys. We gotta stay ahead.
It's so funny that we're on the same wavelength, because I was mowing my lawn this afternoon, and I was just thinking about, like, holy shit. I just took a deep breath. I go, what if this is The Happening and I just jump in front of my lawnmower right now?
Like, that's how it ends. Just nobody knows what's going on, but people are just committing mass suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And no one knows why. Everybody just, like, there's a breeze that comes through. Everybody gets that wide-eyed, stupid look on their face, and then they just walk into traffic waiting for a bus to just steamroll them. Like, I'm just going to punch this window and then use the shards to slice my throat open. Who knows? And Mark Wahlberg holds the key. Maybe that's what it was.
I was going to say, are we just in an M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Mm-hmm. Well, you remember that video of Mark Wahlberg doing those bullshit push-ups with Dr. Oz?
Yeah.
Maybe that was his way of telling us that the wind is gonna kill us. Like the wind is out to kill us.
Shit. You might be right.
He might be. I mean, because think about all the speed and the velocity that he was doing those bullshit push-ups was very similar to the speed and velocity of the wind. Stay woke. Like that's all I can say, man.
Sorry, I was peeking down my phone.
Oh,
Trump was tweeting about a police officer that was killed in St. Louis last night by looters.
oh God.
Yeah.
Then he has to, and that's what he has to do next. Is he has to talk about a cop that was killed.
He was a police captain in St. Louis. He was a black police captain.
He had to point that out, didn't he?
Well, he didn't point out the fact that he was black, but he did say David Dorn, a great police captain from St. Louis, he was viciously shot and killed by despicable looters last night. We honor our police officers perhaps more than ever before. Thank you.
God.
It's funny that he always refers to Joe Biden as Sleepy Joe, and we have a friend that we refer to as Sleepy Joe, which is really funny. And it's I love that he calls him Sleepy Joe, because I see that and I just want to text Joe and just be like, "You asleep right now? You look so tired."
He saved in my phone as Sleepy Joe.
I was gonna say I had it for the longest time saved as Sleepy Joe, but it was I felt a little bad about it.
Why? He looks sleepy.
I don't. He does. He has a very sleepy face.
He's like Eeyore.
Kinda.
Definitely.
He's like a passive aggressive Eeyore. I'm hearing fireworks or something outside of my house right now.
Oh, you are?
Maybe it's a riot.
Could be.
Is anybody inside? Maybe they're inciting a riot. This tends to be the time of year you just hear fireworks. Like right after Memorial Day, everybody just starts blowing them off.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you though, with my biggest takeaway too of all this protesting and everything going on, what the hell with all the people in the streets with no masks on? Like, did they realize that like this shit is that COVID-19 is still a thing? Like
no, they don't. Like
I gotta see
a week from now.
I gotta see statistics.
About a week from now, we're gonna see a spike.
You think so?
100%.
What if
we're
we
gonna
don't?
see a spike? Well, think about it, right? That gathering in the Lake of the Ozarks, where you had all of those people out there, and then come to find out that there was an outbreak and they were able to trace it back to one of the people that was there. Okay. These riots are happening across the country. So, and all of these people are coming out into the streets and they're fighting and standing closely together while protesting and all sorts of shit. Chances are somebody has it and they're going to pass it to a bunch of people.
Well, yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, give it a week. We're going to see a big spike.
I wait with bated breath.
You're waiting with bated breath?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's going to happen.
I'm curious. We shall see.
Yeah, I don't think Corona's over yet. I think we'll see it.
I just got this like weird feeling that it's never gonna end, just like influenza. Like it's just the flu, it just isn't gonna end.
Yeah, but at least we have like flu shots for it and shit like that can kind of, and also the flu's been around long enough that like.
When's the last time you get a flu shot? Do you get one annually?
I do.
Okay, so you're not one of those anti-vaxxers?
No, I get a flu shot every year. The reason is my wife doesn't have a spleen, so like, you know. So like, gotcha. I'm like, all right, I should get it. It's not really for me. Daddy can handle the flu. I'll be all right. But
I don't get one because I have enough chemicals coursing through my veins already. So
okay.
Yeah, I feel like if I've already have a hampered immune system. So like, if I just add more shit to it, I think my body's just gonna be like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, you gave us the flu too.
Thanks, bro.
Wow, thanks for giving us a tiny bit of the flu. What's next? You gonna just shit in your own mouth? You might as well.
Right.
It's just. I don't know. You sound sleepy.
I'm very sleepy. But yeah, that's the thing though, is we understand how the flu works. We understand how the flu is passed, and also it's been around long enough that like we've got a pretty good level of herd immunity for the flu. Whereas Coronavirus, we don't have that. So,
Yeah, but it's fake. So
eh, you think it's fake? It's
no,
just
it's
it's just being
fucking
used to
fake.
you know, 5G towers.
It's an election year.
Yeah. There's got to be something.
Yeah, just like this whole all these protests and all these all if it wasn't an election year, this shit wouldn't have happened.
Sure. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
this
that.
is
That's one of my favorite arguments
Oh yeah,
online.
it's
If
election
this
year.
is election year, this wasn't an election year, coronavirus wouldn't happen. Why do you think it's called COVID-19? Fucking idiot! It started in 2019.
Yeah. It's election year though. This always happens during election year.
What happened in 2016? We elected Donald Trump.
Hillary and George Soros.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like things got weird as soon as we elected fucking Orange Man, but
I don't know. He's doing a bang up job right now. I'll tell you that.
sure is.
I mean,
How
and just the tweets.
does he live with himself? Like, I can't imagine. Like, I already have angst when I send a tweet that's even a little off brow,
Mm-hmm.
but like, or even like just the amount of just raging bullshit that comes out of that guy's mouth. Like, how do you live with it? I don't like. I
I
can't be that soulless. Like, as somebody that's a comedian by nature,
mm-hmm.
I think very dark. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just my comedic thoughts are usually like, let's go to the worst thing possible.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I think that, I go, that's still pretty terrible. And I probably
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't say that.
One
Like,
thing I've
let me go not let me go if I'm turning up the volume, let me go 9 out of 10. Let me not. I don't want to go 10 out of 10. You know what I mean?
one thing I've kind of realized in my my travels,
As
in
a
my
as
experience
an adult.
as an adult, as an African American male, uh, I've noticed that there are a lot of people out there that in notice how I said that you got a lot of people out there that have been living very good for a very long time. They don't really know any different and they don't have any experience with people that are not living quite as good as they are. So they don't understand. I think a lot of those people not only do they not realize how good they have it, but they don't really care to know how the other side is living.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's a large part of it.
They put the blinders on. Because
Yeah,
once they
they're
get
living with
once you get
blinders
their
on.
wealth and their well, you really once you get your wealth or once you get that feeling of superiority, you don't want to know how the other half lives anymore.
Right, right. I mean, listen, okay. So my wife is from Long Island, right? And I've spent quite a bit of time down there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed that, like, among her family, some of her friends, people she knows, things like that, you just kind of notice like how a lot of these people are living. It's not a lot of these people, it is not very often that they come into contact with somebody that is, I don't know. And I'm not saying my wife grew up rich or anything like that, but it's not very often that a lot of these people come into contact with somebody that's living paycheck to paycheck, or, you know, maybe can't afford to go on a vacation this year or, shit like that. Like they just don't know what that's like,
Yeah,
you know?
they're not full fledged working class.
Right. Right.
I got you.
It's, like there's there's not a lot of struggle in life and they don't seem to realize that it's not this good for everybody because most of the people in their circle are living in a very similar way. And definitely to get to that point in life is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're never around anybody that's not living like that, you lack perspective.
Yeah, the lack of I can say that like I understand where you're coming from
Mm-hmm.
because I think that like in my early childhood, I
Mm-hmm.
was I was definitely cut off from the real world, quote unquote, because like we came into money early in my life,
Uh-huh.
like like a inheritance from dead parents kind of thing.
Okay.
so there was like, I had a nice house, and I was like, oh, I live like in a cul-de-sac and shit like
Yeah, yeah.
that. And then but then like things got worse throughout my life, because
Okay.
just shit, shit went wrong. I mean, that's just, you live a life.
Right, right.
So then my perspective changed, and I kind of got it. But I
Yeah.
think my perspective was like, I started at where I thought like that's like where you want to be, like this is the quote unquote chase.
Yep.
And now I'm kind of just like going back to like the bottom and then trying to work my way back up.
Yeah.
So I think that adds, it's given me a little bit of character build, or
Hmm.
a building of character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because it's like, I've seen literally every facet
Hmm.
of
Hmm.
what being a person is in
Right.
America.
Right.
I've
Right.
I've had money, I haven't had money.
Right.
I've been middle class, I've been poor. Like I've literally seen everything.
Right. Right.
So
And
I think my perspective is a little different, because they'll be like, well, if somebody tries to point the finger at me and they go, well, you don't know what it's like. I go, I kind of fucking do though.
to an extent, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
not,
and
I'll be like, I'm never going to understand what it's like to be, you know, you know, objectified by the police, or
yeah.
I never, because I was saying it before, white male in America is just not really seen as somebody that's like, oh, well, you've had rough shit.
No,
But
no. And honestly though, like white privilege though isn't the only privilege. Like
correct, there's
yes,
other privilege.
but like yeah, like I talked about a little bit about how you have white privilege because I named off a bunch of things and said like, okay, those are things that you've never had to think about before. And that's a
Mhm.
privilege because that's something that you didn't ask to be born white. You just were
Yeah.
born white in
Shit, man,
America. And because of that,
I didn't even ask to be born.
you didn't ask to be born.
Mom and dad just got hot and heavy one night.
Right. And because of that, there are just certain things
Yeah.
that you benefited from simply
Took
because you were born white.
took
But
my mom out
also,
to a Bennigan's, and one thing led to another.
right. But at the same time, I can't deny my own privilege. I mean, like, you know, I don't want to put all your shit out here, but like, for example, your childhood, you spent, you didn't see your father for years.
All right, relax. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
yeah. I mean, but
What do you mean? What do you mean haven't seen him? I don't even know what he looks like now.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know that. But yeah, but
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
seen, I mean, you've seen different sides of it. I mean, there's been bouts of it.
Right.
Yeah, it's not
Right.
like it's just like, well, I'm going to get the newspaper. I'll never see you again. It was like, all right, see ya, and then pop back in and leave again and pop back in. It's like, all right,
Right. Right. But he wasn't,
this
but for a
this
very,
accordion of emotions. Like, we don't need to do this.
yeah. 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 But what I'm saying though is for like a very large percentage of your childhood, your dad just wasn't really around.
Correct. Yep.
Me, on the other hand, I grew up in a household with both parents. Having
Lucky.
both parents that's privilege. I can't deny that. That's privilege.
You know how hard it is to play catch with a garage door?
I mean, if you're using a tennis ball, it's pretty easy, man.
Now I was using a baseball, and
Yeah, it's pretty difficult.
I broke the window of that garage several times. That's why I sucked at baseball.
Your dad wasn't around to tell you, son, use a tennis ball.
that's that's a great story to tell about Little League. It's just like, you got to step into it. It's just like, I was never told.
I was never taught. I was never taught. Okay, you you just have dad privilege.
Yeah. That's cool, Timmy. Your dad played catch with you? Well, I played catch with the garage today.
Yeah. So, but that is a form of privilege. 100% is like having both.
Yeah. I think I think I know the point you're getting at.
Yeah.
Is it shouldn't be a matter of race with what privileges you get.
What I'm
It's
saying
just
is we shouldn't turn certain people having certain advantages into a race to the bottom oppression Olympics. It's some people have advantages where other people in the same category have a disadvantage. And it shouldn't turn into you struggled in this regard. Well, my life wasn't hard. No, like listen to people in their experience. And sometimes you need to know that when someone's talking about how rough things are and if things are truly fucked up, shut up and listen.
Yeah, for real. By the way, what kind of events would be at the Oppression Olympics? That sounds fun.
Let's see. Sit-ins. Uh let's see.
I got a feeling the Chinese would be really good at that.
Oh yeah, like railroad building, like spike driving, opium dens.
Opium dens.
Like
the Far East is going to win like 48 gold medals. Like they're
going to win so many.
They're going to kill us. It's just
I don't know, man.
Whose idea was it to do the Oppression Olympics? Since we're not having having a Summer Games this year, who had the bright idea to be the Oppression Olympics? The fucking Ming Dynasty over here is going to kill us.
Well, think about it. The life expectancy award is going to go to the trans,
of course,
because they commit suicide like no one else.
I can't figure myself out.
It's funny because it's dark.
It's funny because it's dark, but it's also like it's accurate if you look at statistics.
I mean, let's see. Dying due to like avoidable health issues. That's probably going to be a tie. Heart disease, type 2 diabetes.
Damn, that's America all the way.
Yeah. That's going to be a tie between like Native Americans and like African Americans. 100% a tie. Police brutality.
I mean, that goes without saying, I think.
Actually, I was reading some statistics though. I think Native Americans actually get it worse than Black people, like by a slim margin, but they do.
Is it geographically? So like certain nationwide. Okay.
And when you adjust and you look at percentages, not raw numbers, because that's another Facebook talking point I've seen is more white people get killed by police.
You've been doing a lot of Facebooking.
I see so many of them. More white people get killed by police, and it's like, okay,
stop.
You're 63% of the population.
Yeah,
I would hope so.
Yeah,
but once you break it down into percentages, Black people are higher. Like, they're
if you break it down into percentages, but if you break it down by raw numbers, yes, there's more white people.
There's a lot more white people. It's like 13% of the population versus like 60% of the population. It's
I'm no mathematician, but I'm going to say that's more.
Yeah, like, adjust, dickhead. So
we don't have time to adjust. All right, it's a political year.
It doesn't fit my narrative. So
it doesn't fit my narrative.
Yeah. So yeah, God, the Oppression Olympics.
That. Oh God, I hate that so much.
Yeah. Let's see. Oppression Olympics. Police brutality.
I gotta go before we keep going with this. Yeah. The Oppression Olympics. Can we get like a presenting sponsorship for Charlie Mustards on this? Nothing screams oppression like a vat of Velveeta cheese.
Hormel chili.
Hormel chili covered in Velveeta cheese. Sprig of parsley if you're feeling healthy.
The Oppression Olympics brought to you by Charlie Mustards.
It has a nice ring to it. Got to be honest with you.
Charlie Mustards, home of the hot brown, land of the free.
Land of the free, home of the hot brown.
Home of the hot brown.
We gotta start just cutting ads. Like
Charlie Mustards now introducing the healthy brown. Oppression Olympic athletes enjoy a nice, steamy, healthy brown.
Oh God,
I love it.
The Oppression Olympics.
The original hot brown made with Wonder Bread, Hormel chili, a lush helping of Velveeta cheese, and parsley if you're feeling healthy.
Nice. I hear it on the. I can hear the radio spot now. It sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Terrific. Well, I think we're done here.
Yeah. What are we gonna name this episode?
We will talk about this later.
Okay.
It's got to be a secret. You can't just be telling the boys in the middle of the episode.
What? I don't know, man. Isn't this the end of the episode?
I mean, you can't just be telling them in the episode in general.
Yeah, boys. Ooh,
hey.
Whoa.
That's a healthy brown.
Boys. Please, boys, please.
All right. If you're gonna protest, just be peaceful.
Be
if you're
safe
gonna loot,
if you're gonna protest.
If you're gonna loot, I'm a size 10.
Yeah.
I think that's all I got.
Okay.
We'll be back and better than ever next week.
Boys, I love you. If you're going to riot and you're gonna hit a business, give them an upper decker for the culture.
Make sure you take a picture of it and tag at Wine Boys Pod if you could.
Please do.
For the culture.
That's it. If you're gonna riot, like hit someone with like a small bathroom and just give them an upper decker for the culture. That's all I want.
Yeah, I don't like I said, if we're gonna riot, we're gonna go into businesses. If you like, listen, don't even like break a window, but just break a window so you can upper decker their toilet.
That's it, man.
That's it.
Which for the uninitiated boys, an upper decker is when you take the lid off of the toilet bowl, the back part of the toilet, you shit in that, and then you carefully put the lid back on. So that way, when they flush the toilet, the bowl refills up with beef stew.
Or a new menu item at Charlie Brown's, a Hearty Brown.
At Charlie Mustard's, a Hearty Brown.
Yeah.
So is that a Hormel chili? It's like Chunky's beef stew.
No, we just add Rotel to it.
Ugh. Well, that's
like
just tomatoes. We need something thicker.
What's the Denty? What's the Dinty?
Dinty?
What is it? What the hell? Dinty Moore beef stew.
Oh God. Well, you're looking for like the cheapest brands of like canned goods here. So like,
I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, doesn't that make perfect sense though?
It does.
Does anybody want a Hearty Brown with Dinty Moore? Oh God.
Dinty Moore.
Yeah, quick sidebar.
Yeah.
I had
exactly what this is.
I had a mom's boyfriend was loved Dinty Moore. It was like the most disgusting thing. Like I opened the cabinets, I go, "What the fuck is Dinty Moore?"
He probably tried to bond with you too. Look, you've never had Dinty Moore?
And I'm just like, I don't want to bond over this. Can we like play catch so I can stop playing with the garage?
Oh my God.
That's a good bit. I think I'm gonna work on that one.
Yeah. Like he wanted to.
It's just like, you wanna know why I sucked at baseball? Because I didn't play in a fucking garage.
I didn't have a dad.
Oh God. Darkness. All right.
I hope you're happy. I recognize my privilege, Zach.
Yeah, you did. You did recognize your privilege. Congratulations. You get to play fucking catch with a person.
Thank you. I did get to play catch with a person.
Yeah, with a real actual person. Probably had a glove and everything. Meanwhile, I'm hucking actual baseballs at a garage and taking like, catch this thing.
Yeah, nobody was around to tell you to just like, use a tennis ball because it won't break the fucking garage door.
Yeah, well, you live and you learn.
You're 12 years old, just like throwing 60-mile-an-hour fastballs at the fucking garage door.
I just appreciate the fact that you think I can throw it that fast, so that's good.
I figure you're 12. Like if you're at the age of 12, you're good. You can touch 60.
I was probably tickling 60.
Mm-hmm. At that age, yeah, you can tickle 60.
Sure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, why not? No.
I mean, I'm not saying you crow hopped into it, but you know.
You have no idea what I did.
I just imagine like a 12-year-old Zach just like
Stop trying to understand my privilege. You don't get it.
No. This is my privilege.
Okay.
And I'm insulting you right now.
You are. You are. You really are.
But yeah, I'm just imagining like a 12-year-old angsty Zach listening to Papa Roach, just pissed off at the world.
It's POD, but you were close.
Oh man. Your favorite Christian rock band that you didn't know was Christian.
Didn't know it was Christian rock for the longest time.
No idea.
Took me like 5 years, and they were just like, you realize these are like, they're Christian rock. I go, really? Huh.
It was the soundtrack of every like 90s movie.
It was.
There was like some sort of extreme sports.
Yeah.
That was a jam though.
Yes, it really was.
Oh my
POD
God.
in Linkin Park.
Yeah. Oh man. Actually, you remember when the lead singer from Linkin Park died?
Yeah, Chester Benningfield.
Yes, that was the day we left to go to my bachelor party. Yeah.
Yeah, we were driving to your bachelor party.
Yeah, we're driving up to Montreal.
And then we all like looked at our phones. We're like, what?
We stopped to get gas.
Correct.
When we found out. And
did we listen to Linkin Park the entire drive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
After that, we were just like, well, let's just get angsty and get.
I had so many fond memories of feeling angsty listening to Linkin Park in my early teenage years.
Yeah. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right, let's get off this so I can listen to some Linkin Park and paint my nails black.
I was gonna say I have to listen to I have to go play catch with the garage door and listen to Linkin Park. So let's get out of here.
Are you gonna remember that one like anime music video where it was Gohan fighting Cell to that one Linkin Park song?
It was Breaking the Habit.
No,
right?
No. I think no. The one that was Gohan
Meteora?
fighting Cell was it was One Step Closer.
Yes.
There was another Dragon Ball Z one. Those anime videos are hard.
That whole genre of like syncing music videos to anime.
Oh yeah, it was. First of all, it was legendary, and you were not a child of the early 2000s if you have not seen those. No.
You turned me on to a game I was not even prepared for.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna find one of those on YouTube, and I'm gonna post it on the Boyz page.
Could you?
I think we have to for the culture.
Well, I mean, yeah, for cultural purposes at this point. We're not doing it for us. We're doing it for you.
Mm-hmm. A 13-year-old angsty Gerald really felt this in his core.
Felt it deep in his loins.
Felt it deep. Oh my God. You just don't understand, man. Okay.
You just don't get it, okay?
Misguided youth.
I'm just misguided youth. I'm gonna go play with my yo-yos.
Yeah.
That's not like a shot at you. I mean,
it was.
It was. Okay.
It was.
By the way, do you still have a legit yo-yo collection?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Are you collecting like actively?
Not actively, but if I'm out somewhere and I see something that intrigues me, I'll buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, what's your number? Like, how many do you have?
Probably about 12 yo-yos.
Jeez, that's way more than I thought you were going to say. I think it'd be like 6.
No, it's a little more than that.
So do you still fuck around with them?
Every now and then, if I'm bored, I'll pull out a yo-yo, toss it around a little bit. Yeah, Daddy still got it, and I'll put it back down. It's like riding a bike, really.
It's like instead of masturbating, I'll play with this yo-yo instead.
No, it'll be like I'm waiting for my wife, so like we can go somewhere, and then like I'll just open up that drawer, oh shit, here's my T5, bam, throw it real quick, Dark Magic was good, bam. Shouts out to Andre Boulay.
Shit.
Yeah.
You're turning the Boyz into a whole new game.
Dude, yo-yos are fucking expensive though.
That's you know what? It's like any collector's item. Like they
get expensive. If you want one of the pro ones, especially one with like a pro's name on it. Like if you get like a Markman or like a Gentry Stein one, like they get expensive.
Now you're just saying shit I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Gentry Stein. What are you just making words up?
He was a champion.
Oh, was he the champion?
He was one of the big champs, yeah. Oh shit. That's a magic yo-yo. That's why.
Are you looking at yo-yos right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at yo-yos, bro. I might buy one.
See, I just opened up a whole can of worms.
I know.
All right. Let's get out of here so you can live your angsty teenage youth.
Here's the thing is I didn't start playing unresponsive until I was a little older, but you know.
I got you.
Okay. You don't even know what I mean by playing unresponsive.
I have no fucking idea what you mean.
Am I gonna spend $100 on a yo-yo? Maybe.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Oh man.
I don't think, I mean, I used to collect. Well, I don't even think I used to be into like. I was really into like old school like OG like Topps baseball cards back in the day. That was about as bad as I got. And I just stumbled upon like 3 books worth of cards the other day. Like I was just going through like some old stuff like in my basement, and I pulled open like this plastic sleeve, and I was like, holy shit, these are like legit like first edition like Topps baseball cards and football cards, like the original Upper Deck baseball cards, and the original Player Edition football cards. I forgot who made them. It wasn't Topps. It was what the heck was the other name of the company?
Upper Decker?
No, not Upper Deck. Upper Deck. No, Upper Deck. And then there was I keep forgetting the. But I found like a legit amount of cards, and I go, these have to be worth money. So I started like combing through it, and like I like went to one of those like appraisal websites, and I'm sitting on some stuff here, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Get your money, baby. I'm looking at.
I kind of want to hold on to them.
I am literally looking at these yo-yos right now.
Getting hard.
Yeah, I'm a little aroused. Some of these are a little over $100, but some of these are, you know, I might buy a DV888.
Don't make a drunk purchase. Don't do that. You got a couple of glasses of wine and you start thinking about stuff a little differently.
Yeah, and, you know, next thing you know, you got a yo-yo showing up at the house. My wife is like, "Did you really spend $70 on a yo-yo?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I was like, "I've been drinking red wine." Okay.
I was drinking red wine and I spent $120 on a yo-yo. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Is the kid going to college still? That's what I thought.
She's fine. Okay. She's fine.
Yeah. By the way, that post on Instagram the other day was fantastic with the Larry June in the background.
Oh yeah. Her getting in the car, hopping in the whip.
Very organic.
Oh my God. Healthy.
Wow. She's doing very good.
You're doing very good. Proud of my daughter.
Yeah. Shouts out to Larry June.
Yeah, honestly,
literally the healthiest man in the world.
He probably is like top 10 healthiest men in the world. It's like him and Joe Rogan.
Oh God, so healthy. All you do is just drink green juice and eat elk.
Yes,
that's all you do. That's the key to happiness. I feel like it's just I have to do jujitsu, eat elk, and drink green juice, and I'll be fine.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu is key.
I got to be honest, and this is not a joke. I kind of want to start grappling. Like
you should.
Okay, like as soon as we're past this fake coronavirus thing, I would be totally down. If you would do it with me, but we would have to record it. Would you take grappling? Would you take like jiu-jitsu with me?
I might. We're in much different weight classes though.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I'm not saying you and I are gonna fucking fight. Like I just want to get to a point where I could kill a guy with my elbow. Like just
okay. Oh, you will.
Yeah. Like they take that's my thought process is people take a look at me and they're just like, we're gonna fuck this guy up, and then they walk towards me and just dead. Like
they actually took one Brazilian jiu-jitsu class, and one thing I realized was
they don't fuck around.
there are a lot of dudes out there that like take Brazilian jiu-jitsu that you would not realize that they took Brazilian jiu-jitsu,
Yeah,
and they
because
are fucking good.
it's not has nothing to do with like looks. It's not
No,
like because it's all about finding it's all about finding points on a person's body that can be
yeah,
attacked.
it's all about leverage.
Yeah, it's
It's all
left.
about
Yeah, you could be 50 pounds smaller. You're at a distinct disadvantage, but you could be technically sound.
Mhm.
And if you're more technically sound than the guy that weighs 50 more pounds than you can beat that guy.
Yes, yes. As long as you know what you're doing, as long as you know how to position yourself and what to grab, where to put your hands, where to put your legs, how to use someone's weight against them, like you can disarm most people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's yeah, it's
Yeah.
I mean shit,
Let's do this. Let's
if
just do
if
it.
you started doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you'd probably be able to choke me out in about a year.
Perfect. That's all I'm looking to do.
I'm going to give you a year though.
Give me an actual chance to do it. Who knows
Okay.
when the next time you're going to be able to grab another person?
Okay.
I mean, shit, I can't even give my mom a hug at this point.
Okay. A year from when you start doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu and you really like commit to it, I will square up with you. And I'm thinking about a year. And you'll be able to like get me into like a rear naked choke. You might George Floyd me, man. So
there's no knees involved. All right.
No, you don't have to use knees. I mean, listen, I remember the one Brazilian jiu-jitsu class I took, right?
Did you take it at like a local YMCA?
No.
Okay.
It was at a local dojo. We actually have a friend that goes there.
Okay.
You probably know who it is.
I know exactly who it is.
Yes. Okay. So they show you a few things, like, there's one move that they're working on for that day. And then they're like, "Oh, there's your first class. Want to know how to do a rear naked choke?" Which
of course I want to fucking know how to do that.
Of course I want to know how to do a rear naked choke, which is like that's how they entice you, is they teach you some cool shit. So, which the way it works is what you do is like you put your arm around you're behind the person, you put your arm around their neck with your elbow is actually right in like their, let me turn on my video so you can kind of see it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see me?
Yes.
All right. So your elbow is like right in their neck, like right in here, right? And then what you do is you put your hand on the back of their head like a cobra. And then you put your hand on your bicep. And then you put so this like elbow right here is like right in their neck. And then you just pull back.
And you just drop,
yeah. So, and at first I like did it, and then dude was like, "I know you can pull harder than that." And I was like, "You sure?" And then he was like, "Fucking choke me." So,
oh, wow.
I did it, and then all of a sudden he just started tapping. He was like just tapping.
Dying.
Yeah, and I was like, but I actually let go. So, fuck Derek Chauvin. So anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually let go. So anyway, but yeah, I was like, man, this is cool. And then they start asking you like join and all that shit. And I was like, I don't know if I want to commit, this is kind of a one-time thing for me. Like I
got the boner that I was looking for.
I'm not emotionally available right now. Like, yeah, so I didn't, but you do see a lot of dudes in there that normally you'd look at them like, he's not fighting shit. And you see that they've been doing it for a long time. And you're like, okay, realistically, this guy could probably choke the shit out of me, like if he wanted to.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Okay. So yeah, Zach, if you start doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu, I'll say 1 year from when you start, you'll probably be able to fuck me up.
Okay.
Like 1 year.
Can't wait for that day.
And yes, we'll go in my backyard. And,
fight like men.
And we'll fight like men, yeah. We'll go in the backyard. We'll have spirited competition.
We'll have our own oppression Olympics.
Yep. I'll break your fucking arm, bro.
I will kill you in front of all the...
You ever see those videos though? Like some guy gets mad and some dude knows Brazilian jiu-jitsu or whatever. So he just like moves in like a bunch of different maneuvers. Like he just moves a certain
fights
way.
That I watch.
He's like, oh, break your fucking arm, bro.
I will headbutt you until you... Yeah.
You gonna calm down? I'll break this shit.
It's like that video we saw a couple weeks ago with the guy that was trying to headbutt the front desk attendant at that restaurant or the hotel, and the guy just takes him down. And he's just like, "You're fucking done, bro.
You're fucking done."
I was like, "That guy knows jujitsu."
I don't think he did.
He just knows how to apply a proper chokehold.
I think he just wrestled in high school.
That makes a lot of sense.
Which is actually another dark horse. If you wrestled before, you know some shit.
You know some shit. You do. You really do.
You know some shit.
You talk some shit?
You know some shit. If you've wrestled before, you know some shit.
You know some shit, you're going to talk some shit.
Yeah. Now, wrestling doesn't necessarily have like the same, stuff behind it that jiu-jitsu has, where they teach you about discipline and, all that. I mean, this is literally for like high school competition. But if you've wrestled before, you understand some shit. Using a person's body weight against them. Shit like that. So, okay, boys.
We're taking off for the evening. We'll talk to you next week. Hopefully there will be less bad shit to talk about and more good stuff to talk about.
I hope so.
I mean, we can dream, right? So
yeah.
All right. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.